Daddy always shook a man's hand like a promise meant something. Worked all day with cracked up knuckles, never asked for anything. He kissed Mama in the kitchen like they were still 17. Back then I thought that kind of love only lived in old movies. Then you walked into my Friday, blue jeans, wind-blown Tennessee. You laughed with your whole heart open, like you already trusted me. You don't need fancy conversations, you don't chase what shines the most. Girl, you make this crazy world feel like somewhere I belong now every day. I understand what the old man was trying to teach me. I wanna love you with a heart like my dad's. Hold your hand when we're 80, still make you laugh. Be the man who shows up, not the man who just talks. Stand beside you through every storm until this old heart stops. If our kids ever ask what forever looks like, I hope they point at us. Someday this old porch will creak, our hair will trade brown for gray. There'll be grandkids running barefoot, calling both our names. I still pull your chair out slowly, still that first dance in the kitchen. 'Cause love ain't built in one big moment, it's built in 10,000 little ones. I don't promise perfect days, Lord knows we'll have a few hard nights, but I'll choose you again tomorrow, just like I chose you tonight. Yeah, I love you with a heart like my dad's, strong enough to carry burdens, soft enough to cry. Across the bay, heaven after all these years. When they tell our story, I don't hope they say we had the easiest life. I hope they say we never stopped choosing each other. Heaven after all these years. When they tell our story, I don't hope they say we had the easiest life. I hope they say we never stopped choosing each other. There's a pair of work boots hanging from the old water tower just outside a town called Red Oak, Oklahoma. Faded leather, cracked and worn, swinging in the prairie wind since before I was born. As a kid I'd ask my daddy every time we drive by, why's nobody taking those boots down from the sky? He'd just grin and say, one day you'll understand. Then he'd shift that old truck into gear and head across the land. Years later at 17, I learned the story true about a man named Caleb Ross that only old-timers knew. He worked every ranch for 50 miles around, fixing fences after storms when they came crashing down. One summer brought a wildfire racing through the plains, the kind that turns the daylight orange and makes grown men pray. When the flames jumped Miller Creek and headed straight for town, Caleb stayed behind to help while everybody else got out. And those shoes by the water tower still dance with the Oklahoma wind, like a reminder of a man who gave more than he had to give. Some folks leave behind a fortune, some leave a famous name, but some leave a town still standing, and that ain't a small thing. For 20 hours straight he worked with volunteers, digging lines and moving cattle through smoke and fear. The fire finally turned away just north of County Road 9, and every family made it out with a little luck and time. The next morning when the danger passed and the sky turned blue, the town gathered at the diner trying to figure out what to do. The mayor climbed a ladder with Caleb standing near and tied those old work boots high above the water tower sphere. Now those shoes by the water tower still dance with the Oklahoma wind, like a reminder of a man who gave more than he had to give. Some folks leave behind a fortune, some leave a famous name, but some leave a town still standing, and that ain't a small thing. Caleb never liked attention, never made a speech or boast, said I only did what anybody would have done. But everyone knew better, 'cause when fear was running wild, he chose to stay and fight while others ran for miles. So the shoes by the water tower still catch the evening sun, watching over fields of wheat and children out having fun. And every new generation asks why they're hanging there. Then somebody tells the story, and Caleb's still with us somewhere. Yeah, those shoes by the water tower still dance in the prairie air. There was a gym down in Amarillo with paper stars taped to the walls. The senior prom was Friday night. I still remember every song. You stood there in a blue dress, laughing with your friends by the door. I had your name written in my pocket, but I never crossed that floor. By Monday you were gone to Austin. College dreams in city lights. I stayed back working on my daddy's ranch, trading books for barbed wire. Years rolled by like tumbleweeds. Marriage came and slipped away. But every spring I'd hear our old song and drift back to that gymnasium, to the dance we never had, the kiss I never stole, the words I kept inside my chest, till they turned to dust and smoke. Funny how one silent moment can follow you for years. Sometimes the loudest heartbreak is the one nobody hears. Last October at the county fair, I saw those blue eyes once again. A little older, a little wiser, but I'd know that smile anywhere. You laughed and said I waited that night. Thought maybe you'd ask me first. I smiled and shook my head, thinking that almost hurt worse. To the dance we never had, the kiss I never stole, the words I kept inside my chest, till they turned to dust and smoke. Funny how one silent moment can follow you for years. Sometimes the loudest heartbreak is the one nobody hears. Then the band started playing softly, an old country waltz we both knew. You reached your hand across the table and whispered we still could, if you want to. So we danced the dance we never had, 40 years behind its time, gray in our hairlines on our faces, but your hand still fit in mine. The crowd disappeared around us like the world had slipped away. Turns out forever sometimes waits for hearts that never changed. And somewhere that shy young cowboy smiled, 'cause he finally crossed Cedar Street in Arkansas stood a little yellow house where Miss Ruth sat every evening when the sun was going down. She'd stitch beside the front porch swing with a basket at her feet, adding patches to a quilt nobody had ever seen complete. Some came from a soldier's jacket, some from a baby dress, some from church choir robes worn on Sundays at their best. Every scrap had someone's story sewn between the seams, like a map of all the lives that built that little community. For 30 years folks dropped off pieces of their past, a work shirt from the sawmill, a ribbon from a graduation cap. Nobody really knew what Ruth intended it to be, but she'd smile and say, "You'll understand eventually." Then one April night a fire swept through downtown fast. The feed store, bank and barber shop disappeared in ash. The town hall burned to the foundation, records lost in smoke, and with them went a century of stories people hoped they'd always hold. That's when she brought out the quilt on Cedar Street, spread it wide for everyone to see. Every patch a name, every thread a memory, every color telling where we'd been. When the photographs were gone, the old records disappeared, that quilt became the history we thought we'd lost that year. The mayor stood there speechless as she laid it on the floor. More than 2,000 pieces stitched from door to door. Children found their grandparents, old friends found younger days, entire generations hidden in the fabric she'd saved. There was a square from the first schoolhouse built in 1932, a piece from a wedding tablecloth everybody knew. And when folks saw their stories there, something changed inside. They realized a town ain't buildings, it's the people tied together through time. That's what lived inside the quilt on Cedar Street. Every laugh and every defeat, every harvest, every storm, every dream, woven into something bigger than a single memory. When the photographs were gone, the old records disappeared, that quilt became the history we thought we'd lost that year. Miss Ruth passed away that winter at 94 years old, but before she left she wrote a note, folded careful in the quilt's old folds. It said, "The strongest threads are people, the cloth is only cloth. Take care of one another, and you'll never truly be lost." Now the quilt hangs in a museum built where the old town hall once stood, and school kids stop and stare a while, like every generation should. They see more than scraps of fabric, more than colors stitched with care. They see the heart of a small town story still hanging there. Yeah, the quilt on Cedar Street still holds us all together. Radio crackled just past midnight on Route 84 through New Mexico. My headlights painted silver lines across a desert no one seemed to know. I'd spent 10 years hauling freight trailers, sleeping more in truck stops than at home, watching birthdays through a phone screen, always somewhere down the road. That night a song came through the static, one my little daughter used to sing back when she was 5 years old. Thought I could do anything. I pulled over by an old gas station, under a buzzing neon light, and for the first time in forever, I sat alone and cried. That radio on Route 84 hit me harder than ever before, made me realize what all these miles had really cost me over time. You can chase a paycheck coast to coast, cross every state from south to north, but some things get left behind when your heart ain't where you are. By sunrise I was heading east toward Oklahoma and home again, past windmills turning in the distance, past towns I'd only passed through then. When I pulled into our gravel driveway, my daughter ran out through the yard. She was nearly 16 by that summer, and suddenly I saw how much I'd missed. That radio on Route 84 hit me harder than ever before, made me realize what all these miles had really cost me over time. You can chase a paycheck coast to coast, cross every state from south to north, but some things get left behind when your heart ain't where you are. Now I still drive, but not for weeks on end. Got a local route close to town. Sometimes success looks a whole lot different than the dreams you started out with. Yeah, that radio on Route 84 changed what I was living for, turned a lonely highway into a sign, pointing me back to my life. Now every night when I pull in the drive and see that porch light shining warm, I thank God for one old country song. the radio on Route 84. If some roads take you far away, just to show you where you belong. I was 8 years old that winter, standing in Johnson's general store, staring at a baseball glove hanging by the front door. Mama counted every dollar, said maybe next paycheck, son. I smiled like I understood, but I knew there wasn't one. As we turned to leave that morning, an old man tipped his hat to me, slipped something in my little hand and said, "Don't lose your dreams." It wasn't much, just a silver dollar, smooth from passing hand to hand. He said, "Keep this in your pocket till you become the kind of man who sees another little boy looking through a store window. Then you'll know exactly where this old coin ought to go." He walked outside into the snowfall. I never learned his name. That coin in my pocket bought a whole lot more than things. It bought a promise to tomorrow, passed from stranger down to me. Sometimes the richest people never own a mansion at all. Sometimes all they leave behind is one old silver dollar. 40 years rolled by like freight trains. Now my hair is turning gray. One December, just before Christmas, I saw a little boy that way, looking through the sporting goods store at a brand new catcher's mitt. His mama pulled him gently back, said, "Not this year, sweetheart." I reached inside my jacket pocket. That old coin was still there. I knelt beside him with a smile, placed it softly in his hand. He looked up and asked, "Mister, what's this for?" I heard myself say the very words, "Don't lose your dreams." Now that coin's in somebody else's pocket, just like it was meant to be. A little smaller in my world, a whole lot bigger in his dreams. Maybe someday he'll pass it onward to another kid somewhere. And long after all our names are forgotten, that old silver dollar will still be changing lives. Every Friday after sunset, that old porch light came alive. You could see it from the county road like a star against the night. Mama'd smile and pour sweet tea, say leave that light alone. Daddy worked the late shift at the mill. She wanted him to see home. No matter rain or thunder, that light was always there. When I left for the Marines, she hugged me by that same front door. Said no matter where life takes you, this light's for you now, son. I laughed and said, Mama, I'll be home before you know. She smiled like mothers do when they already know better. She never turned the porch light off, not one single night, for the husband she adored, for the boy who crossed the ocean. Love doesn't sleep, it doesn't keep office hours. Sometimes it just keeps a light on. When I came home 8 years later, Daddy met me in the drive. His hair had turned completely white. Mama wasn't by his side. He pointed toward the front porch. That old light still burned. He whispered, I couldn't turn it off. She asked me not to. He handed me a letter written 2 days before she passed. It simply read, if one of my boys comes home after I'm gone, I don't want him walking up to a dark house. And now every evening before sunset, I walk out on that porch, flip the same old switch, watch that little bulb come alive. My grandchildren ask, Grandpa, why do we always leave it on? I smile, look toward heaven and say, because somebody we love might still be finding their way home. Every Wednesday after work, I'd stop by O'Malley's down the street. Not for the beer, not for the game, just 40 minutes off my feet. There was an old man by the jukebox, always sitting chair number 9. Same brown jacket, same black coffee, same quiet look in his eyes. We talked about the weather mostly, baseball, fishing, county fairs. Never once about the silver band he still wore after all these years. One December he missed a Wednesday, then another came and went. The waitress looked toward his empty chair and quietly said, his wife still comes every Friday. She can't bring herself to stop. That old jacket on chair number 9 still hangs there every Friday night. She drapes it over the back like always, then orders 2 slices of pie. Some people think she's holding on, some whisper she should let him go. But love don't answer to the calendar, it only answers to the soul. One snowy evening she waved me over, said, would you mind sitting here? She pushed his coffee across the table, then smiled through quiet tears. She told me how they met in '68 at a county dance in June. He promised every Friday night, I'll always save this seat for you. Now that jacket on chair number 9 means more than leather, thread and time. It's every promise someone kept long after goodbye. Love don't always need a heartbeat to keep showing up each week. Sometimes forever wears an old brown coat on an empty seat. Spring rolled in with blooming dogwoods, but one Friday she wasn't there. The waitress folded up that old brown jacket and laid a single white rose on the chair. Nobody spoke, nobody had to. Now chair number 9 sits empty, but somehow it isn't alone. 2 coffee cups still rest there sometimes, from folks who knew their story. Whenever somebody asked about them, we just smile and point that way. 'Cause in a little bar outside Savannah, love still keeps its Friday date. Yeah, some marriages end with a funeral, the best ones never really do. There was a man in Amarillo everybody knew by sight, riding an old green bicycle from morning until night. No fancy truck, no business sign, no ads in any paper, just a paint-stained denim jacket and a pocket full of brushes. He'd stop at farms and trailer parks, little houses off the road, painting names on rusty mailboxes where the prairie grasses grow. $10 if you had it, free if times were running tight, and somehow every mailbox looked brand new in the evening light. Nobody knew much about him except his name was Ray. He never talked about the past or where he'd come from anyway. But every Sunday after church, he'd sit beneath the cottonwoods, sketching barns and windmills like nobody else could. Then one spring a tornado tore through Carson County hard, ripped roofs off homes and scattered lives across 100 yards. Families lost photographs, letters, keepsakes from the years, the kind of things that can't be fixed with lumber, nails, and tears. That's when the man who painted mailboxes picked up more than paint and steel. He started painting memories for folks trying to heal. Oh, wedding days and harvest moons, Grandpa standing by the fields, and every brushstroke seemed to say some things survive if they're remembered still. For months he worked inside the church from sunrise until dark, turning faded snapshots into pieces of the heart. One by one the townsfolk came to see what he could do, and every painting brought back pieces of the lives they once knew. Then a reporter from Dallas came asking for his name, said the whole state's talking about these beautiful works he'd made. Ray just smiled and shook his head, said the story ain't about me, it's about helping people hold on to what they thought they'd never see. Yeah, the man who painted mailboxes picked up more than paint and steel. He started painting memories for folks trying to heal. Oh, wedding days and harvest moons, grandmas dancing in the fields, and every brushstroke seemed to say some things survive if they're remembered still. When autumn came, he disappeared just as quietly as he'd arrived, left no address, no forwarding trail, just colors that were left behind. But in the church hall hangs a sign written by a child one day: thank you for bringing back our stories, and nobody ever took it away. Now every mailbox down those roads still shines beneath the Texas sky, but what folks talk about these days ain't the names he painted on the side. It's how one stranger showed a town that healing takes more than time, and sometimes the richest people in the world leave everything behind. Yeah, sometimes the richest people in the world leave everything behind. In the corner of Gate 12 at Nashville International sat an old upright piano, worn smooth from years of travelers' hands. Businessmen, young dreamers, soldiers heading overseas would stop and play a song or two before disappearing with the breeze. Most folks walk right past it, chasing flights and deadlines fast, never knowing every scratch upon that wood belonged to someone's past. But every Tuesday just past noon, an old man took that seat and played melodies so beautiful the whole terminal grew still. Nobody knew his story much, except he wore a faded cap and carried a photograph folded in his jacket flap. One afternoon I missed my flight and wound up listening near when he started playing Amazing Grace. I noticed tears. After the crowd had drifted off, I finally asked his name. He smiled and said, "I'm Walter, music's why I came." Then he pointed to the photograph he'd carried all those years, a young woman at that same piano, smiling ear to ear. At the piano at gate 12, time slows down for a little while. Strangers become stories, and sorrow learns to smile. Every note carries somebody, every chord recalls a name, and for a few sweet minutes, we're all travelers just the same. He told me back in '89, his wife sang in the local bars before cancer took her voice and left silence where songs are. On her final day, she made him promise through the pain, don't let the music leave this world when I can't sing again. So every Tuesday for 20 years he'd come and keep that vow, playing her favorite songs for people rushing through somehow. And nobody realized the reason behind those melodies until a reporter shared the story nationwide one week. At the piano at gate 12, time slows down for a little while. Strangers become stories, and sorrow learns to smile. Every note carries somebody, every chord recalls a name, and for a few sweet minutes, we're all travelers just the same. The next Tuesday something happened no one there could have planned. 100 people gathered round, singing softly hand in hand. Flight crews, kids and weary strangers filled the terminal with sound. And Walter sat there crying as his wife's favorite song echoed around. Now the piano at gate 12 still stands beneath those airport lights, and every Tuesday people gather before their flights take flight. Some come for the music, some come for the story told, but everyone leaves remembering that love can outlive growing old. Yeah, the piano at gate 12 still keeps her song alive. Hit 5 and the whistle blew. I threw my gloves in the backseat too. Steel-toed boots on the dashboard now. Ain't punching another clock somehow. Got my old Chevy shining grounds tonight. This town belongs to us. Yeah, yeah. Main Street's lit like the 4th of July. Everybody's looking for a good time. Bonfire burning by Miller's Creek. You can hear that band from half a mile deep. She's leaning on the tailgate, smiling, cowboy boots and a reckless grin. She said, boy, if you're gonna kiss me, you better dance with me first. We're riding that red line on a Friday night. Country hearts and neon lights, dust flying high. Radio loud, ain't nobody slowing us down. Raise your cup, let the speakers shake. Leave tomorrow for another day. If this is all we've got tonight, we're gonna live at full throttle. The sheriff rolled by and tipped his hat, said just keep it off my grass. Old folks laugh from the diner porch, 'cause they were us once, years before. Midnight found us by the riverbank, stars so bright they looked hand-painted. She stole my cap and took my hand, said don't ever grow up. We're riding that red line on a Friday night. Country hearts and neon lights, dust flying high. Radio loud, ain't nobody slowing us down. Raise your cup, let the speakers shake. Leave tomorrow for another day. If this is all we've got tonight, we're gonna live at full throttle. One day these roads will know our kids. They'll crank these songs and do what we did. Every generation gets one wild ride before life teaches compromise. But tonight, we're still bulletproof. Hey! Yeah, we're riding that red line on a Friday night. Laughing underneath those county lights. Engines singing, hearts on fire. Burning like worn-out truck tires. When Monday comes, we'll go back to work, pay our bills and earn our shirts. But nobody can ever say we didn't squeeze every drop from Friday. Small town kids, big time memories. Hey! There's an old brass key above the kitchen door, hanging from a crooked nail since '74. Most folks never notice when they walk inside, but Grandpa said that key saved our lives. Back when Kentucky coal jobs disappeared and hard times settled in for years, bills piled high and hope ran low. Like winter snow, along the road. One December night, a stranger knocked, cold rain dripping from his coat. Said his truck broke down beyond the ridge and nowhere else was open. Grandma fed him beans and cornbread. Grandpa gave him a place to stay. Before he left the next morning, he quietly handed them that key. That key above the door reminds us you never know what kindness starts. One small act can change a lifetime, leave a mark upon a heart. When you're down to almost nothing and the world feels cold and far, sometimes grace shows up uninvited and leaves a light where darkness was. A month later, Grandpa lost his job and thought he'd have to leave the land. But then a letter came from Lexington, signed by the same stranger's hand. He owned a growing hardware company, needed someone he could trust. Said a man who helps a stranger in the rain is the kind of man I want. That key above the door reminds us you never know what kindness starts. One small act can change a lifetime, leave a mark upon a heart. When you're down to almost nothing and the world feels cold and far, sometimes grace shows up uninvited and leaves a light where darkness was. Now every Christmas Eve we gather, kids and grandkids packed inside, and Grandpa's story gets retold. The snow drifts past the window light. That old brass key still catches candle glow, like a blessing frozen in time. Yeah, that key above the door reminds us the richest things can't be bought. A warm meal, an open doorway, and helping hands when hope is lost. The world keeps spinning faster, but some truths never get too old. You never know which simple kindness might come back 100-fold. So we leave that key right where it's been, above the door for all to see. A reminder that a stranger once arrived and changed our family. Friday night in Cheyenne, Wyoming, dust rising under arena lights. The whole town packed those metal bleachers, waiting on the ride of the night. I was 25 and full of fire, with a borrowed dream and a busted knee, holding on to one last season before life decided who I'd be. The chute gate rattled like thunder, that black bull weighed near 2 grand. Folks called him Devil's Highway. Nobody stayed on him long. I wrapped that rope around my glove, heard the crowd fade into the dark. Funny how the loudest moments always start with a quiet heart. It's only 8 seconds forever, 8 seconds hanging between fear and faith, 8 seconds to prove to yourself you ain't backing down today. The world keeps telling you play it safe, but some dreams don't work that way. Sometimes the whole life fits inside 8 seconds forever. The gate flew open like a shotgun blast, and all hell broke loose below. That bull twisted left then right, trying hard to throw my soul. I felt my shoulder nearly give out, heard the buzzer cut through the air, and when my boots hit Wyoming dirt, I knew I'd left a piece of me there. It's only 8 seconds forever, 8 seconds hanging between fear and faith, 8 seconds to prove to yourself you ain't backing down today. The world keeps telling you play it safe, but some dreams don't work that way. Sometimes a whole life fits inside 8 seconds forever. I never wanna go buckle, never made the Hall of Fame, but I still see those lights every time I close my eyes. And honestly, I'd do it all again, 'cause some victories don't need trophies, just a story worth telling someday. Yeah, it's only 8 seconds forever, but those seconds changed my life, taught me courage ain't about winning, it's showing up and taking the ride. And now my son wears my old cowboy hat and dreams beneath the same big sky. And when he asks me what it means to live, I tell him find something worth risking for, 'cause the best moments don't last forever, but forever can live in a moment. On a gravel road in northern Montana, where the winters cut like glass, there stood a one-room general store that somehow still managed to last. The sign was faded, the floorboards grown, the coffee pot stayed warm, and folks stopped in for more than feed. whenever there was a storm. Old Miss Evelyn ran the place since 1979. She knew every kid, every ranch, every hard and troubled time. But what folks talked about the most was a rusty iron key hanging from a nail above the door for everybody to see. Nobody locked their houses much back when the town was young. But times changed like the weather, and trust grew harder to come by. Still that key stayed hanging there through every passing year. And if you asked Miss Evelyn why, she'd smile and say it's here. For the day somebody needs it more than pride will let them say. For the day a soul gets stranded and can't find another way, then she'd pour another coffee and go back to her routine, leaving folks to wonder what she really meant. That's the key above the door, for the lost and the worn, for the hearts carrying burdens they weren't meant to carry alone. When the road gets dark and lonely, when hope gets hard to find, there's still a place in this world where somebody leaves a light behind. Then came the blizzard of '08, the worst anybody knew. Wide walls of snow swallowed fences, trucks, and every familiar view. A ranch hand named Miguel got caught 30 miles from town. His engine quit, his radio died, and the temperature kept dropping down. By pure luck, he found the store near midnight in the storm. The windows dark, the streets deserted, not another soul around. But there beside the entrance, hanging where it always had been, was that rusty iron key and a note tucked underneath. It said, if you're reading this tonight, come inside and get warm. There's soup in the freezer, blankets in the back room. Pay it forward when you can. That's the key above the door, for the lost and the worn, for the hearts carrying burdens they weren't meant to carry alone. When the road gets dark and lonely, when hope gets hard to find, there's still a place in this world where somebody leaves a light behind. The next spring folks gathered around and asked Miss Evelyn why. She said, my daddy taught me something before the day he died. He said, kindness ain't kindness if it waits for recognition. The best things people do are usually done unseen. Now the key above the door still hangs where it hung before, and travelers tell stories about what that little town stands for. Not the mountains or the cattle, not the rivers running wide, but the simple faith that somebody will help you through the night. Yeah, the key above the door still leaves a light behind. Said, boy, every boat's got a story to tell. We brought a 7.2 Chevelle back to life in an old tin garage where the summer heat swelled. By 16 I could shift by sound, didn't need no taff to know if that small block started talking, I'd let that old girl go. Hey! Oh, yeah! Friday night at the county strip, every truck lined up in chrome, engines barking through the darkness, everybody felt at home. She climbed in wearing blue jeans with my lucky cap pulled low. Said, don't you dare let me out till we leave these boys in smoke. Yeah, I was raised on horsepower, raised on gasoline, raised where every back road became a memory. Turn it up, let the tires sing, feel that V8 come alive. Some folks chase the money, we chase Friday night. So we weren't rich, but we never cared. We had loud guitars and open skies, a cooler full of cold drinks, and 1,000 stars above our lives. Every burnout left a black line, every laugh became a song. Nobody checked the time back then, we just kept rolling on. Years from now when my hair turns gray and these hands don't shift that fast, I'll still hear those engines echo like thunder from the past. I'll tell my grandkids freedom had a sound, and it came through dual exhaust. Yeah, I was raised on horsepower, on grit and warm blue jeans, where every mile meant something and every road ran free. If heaven's got a back road waiting, with old friends lined up side by side, save me a spot by the starting line, we'll make the angels cheer tonight. Yeah! Some people inherit fortunes, I inherited the keys. I was 3 hours west of Denver, running late through Colorado rain. Had a Monday morning waiting, and a head full of things I couldn't change. Then my phone lit up beside me, your name glowing on the screen. You said, if you still mean what you told me, don't let tonight be another maybe. I watched the signal lose another bar, pulled off near an old two-lane. You were leaving for Seattle on a 7:10 morning plane. I spent 6 months saying someday, putting work ahead of us. Then the mountains killed the signal, and one bar had to be enough. I had one bar left and one shot, one night to give you everything I got. One full tank and a hot wide awake, 150 miles and no more mistakes. I ain't losing you to another sunrise, ain't letting almost be the rest of my life. If that one bar dies, I'll still be coming through, 'cause I finally know what matters, and baby, it's you. I hit your street at 2:13, your suitcase sitting by the door. You stepped outside in that gray sweatshirt, didn't smile like before. I didn't bring flowers or some big speech, just the truth I've been scared to say. I've been building a life for both of us while pushing you away. I had one bar left and one shot, one night to give you everything I got. One full tank and a heart wide awake, 150 miles and no more mistakes. I ain't losing you to another sunrise, ain't letting almost be the rest of my life. If that one bar dies, I'll still be coming through, 'cause I finally know what matters, and baby, it's you. You look down at that suitcase, then back into my eyes, said love ain't showing up at 2 a.m., it's showing up the rest of the time. That one hit hard, so I handed you my keys, said then drive. We had one bar left and one road, two scared hearts with nowhere else to go. Your suitcase riding in the back, Denver disappearing in the glass. Maybe love ain't some perfect line, maybe it's choosing each other every time. And when the mountains took that last bar from view, I didn't need a signal anymore, I had you. Yeah, sometimes one bar left is enough to change your whole life. Every night around 11, I'd roll across I-40 West. Coffee in the cup holder, 40,000 pounds to haul ahead. Channel 19 was mostly chatter, truck stop jokes and weather reports, till one old voice from Amarillo started checking in, and every night at 4 he'd say, "Breaker 19, how's everybody doing?" Like he knew us all by name. They called him Old Coyote, nobody knew where he lived. He'd worn about black ice in Kansas, or where the highway started to drift. When somebody broke down after midnight, he was always first to call. didn't matter who you were. He answered every call. He'd finish every conversation with "Keep the shiny side up, boys." That voice on Channel 19 got a whole lot of us back home. Through blizzards, floods, and desert nights, none of us drove alone. You never saw his face, never shook his hand, but somewhere in that radio static was the best man in the land. Then one October he went quiet, a week, then two, then three. The highway sounded different without his Tennessee drawl to lead. One night a rookie keyed the mic. Anybody heard Old Coyote? Nothing. Then a woman answered softly, "This is Linda. He passed away last Monday." She said he loved every one of y'all, even the ones he never met. He said the highway was too lonely to let anybody drive it by themselves. Nobody talked for nearly a mile. Now every night around 11, someone checks in on Channel 19. Breaker one night, "How's everybody doing tonight?" And before signing off, every driver says, "Keep the shiny side up." Not because it's just a saying, because it's how we remember him. Yeah, some men never become famous, they just become family to thousands of strangers. Grandpa's toolbox sat untouched for nearly 5 long years in the corner of the garage, collecting dust and memories. Rusty wrenches, bent up nails, receipts from '72, and 100 little pieces of a life nobody knew. One Saturday in early spring, I finally opened it, just looking for a socket set to fix a fence a bit. But underneath the bottom tray, folded tight and warm, was a hand-drawn map on yellow paper, weathered, stained, and torn. Across the top it simply said, "For whoever finds this first," and listed roads through Missouri and a dozen little towns with circles drawn around old places I had never heard him name, and one short note beside the edge that only said, "Take the trip someday." So I loaded up my pickup and headed down the line, following that faded map, one county road at a time. The first stop was an old 9 waitress smiled and said, "Your granddad used to stop right here every Thursday before dawn." And that map in Grandpa's toolbox wasn't leading me to gold. It was leading me through stories that had never been told. Every turn revealed a chapter, every mile revealed a man, and I realized how little we know about the lives behind our family names. One pen led to a schoolhouse where he fixed the furnace free, another to a farmhouse where he'd helped a widow keep her wheat. There was a church in Kansas where he built a handicap ramp, and a riverbank in Iowa where he rescued a boy from the current's grass. No newspaper had ever written a single word about those days. No medals hung upon his wall, no headlines praised his name. But town after town I met folks whose lives he'd quietly changed, and each story painted someone bigger than I'd ever known. Yeah, that map in Grandpa's toolbox wasn't leading me to gold. It was leading me through kindness he never stopped to show. Every stop revealed a lesson, every road revealed the truth. The strongest people often leave their greatest work unseen. The final mark was on a hillside overlooking fields of corn, where Grandpa used to watch the sunset when he felt tired and warm. There I found a small tin box buried underneath the stone. Inside was one last letter, written in his careful hand. It said, "If you're reading this, remember, life ain't measured by what you own. It's measured by the people smiling because you helped them carry on. And if you ever feel forgotten or wonder what your life is worth, leave this world a little better than the day you found it first." And now that map hangs in my hallway where I see it every day. And whenever I get lost, it still shows me the way. There was a foreclosure sign nailed to the gate, 5 rocky acres just outside Cheyenne. The barn leaned hard to the west wind, and the fences barely stood again. Everybody said, "Boy, don't buy that place. You'll spend your whole life chasing repairs." But I saw a porch where kids could laugh, and a future hanging in the air. I worked double shifts through the winter months, loaded feed and fixed old rigs. Every paycheck stretched like barbed wire, trying to make enough for little things. My wife planted flowers by the mailbox, though the ground was stubborn clay. She'd smile and say, "Give it some time, good things grow that way." All we had was that wouldn't quit. Yeah, life wasn't easy, but it felt right, building something under those Wyoming skies. Sometimes a man gets richer than he seems, with 5 acres and a dream. By year 5, the barn stood straight again. The pasture turned a healthy green. There were bicycles by the front porch steps, and little muddy boots by the screen. One evening I watched the sunset fall, with my daughter sleeping on my knee, and I realized every sacrifice had become exactly what I needed. All we had was 5 acres and a dream, a little faith and a lot of gasoline. More hope than money, more grit than luck, and an old red tractor that wouldn't quit. Yeah, life wasn't easy, but it felt right, building something under those Wyoming skies. Sometimes a man gets richer than he seems, with 5 acres and a dream. The world keeps telling you bigger is better, more land, more money, more things to own. But peace don't care about square footage. Sometimes it lives where love has grown. Yeah, we started with 5 acres and a dream. Now every board and field means something to me. Every scar on my hands, every long hard day helped build this life brick by brick. And when the stars come out above the plains and the porch light glows soft and clean, I thank the Lord for everything He gave me through 5 acres and a dream. Yeah, the best things I ever held in my hands were never things at all. Murphy's Cafe off Route 66. There's a chair by the window, table 6. Every morning at 7, the coffee gets poured, even though nobody walks through that door. Old Joe runs a place like he always has, wipes down the counter, checks the gas, and right beside the jukebox glowing blue sits a plate nobody ever moves. Back in 2005, a young Marine named Ben, he used to stop by every Friday with his friends. He'd order chicken, fried steak, and peach pie too. Leave $1 in the jar before he flew. Then one spring he shipped overseas, promised his mama he'd be home by Christmas Eve. But fate had different plans that year. the whole town learned the meaning of fear. So the empty chair at table 6 still waits where he used to sit, beside the window facing west, toward the sunset he loved best. And every soul who walks inside knows the reason why some heroes leave this world too soon, but they never really say goodbye. Years rolled by like freight trains in the night. Kids grew up and the town changed with time. The old gas station closed, the hardware store moved on, but that chair stayed right where it belonged. Then one July afternoon, a little boy asked why his grandpa always tipped his hat when he walked by. The old man smiled and pulled up a seat and told a story every child should keep, about the empty chair at table 6, still waiting where he used to sit, beside the window facing west, toward the sunset he loved best. And every soul who walks inside knows the reason why some heroes leave this world too soon, but they never really say goodbye. No statue stands in that small town square, no headlines carry his name anymore, but sometimes the strongest monuments are the ones behind ordinary doors. A cup of coffee, a faded photo, a place nobody dares replace, because memory lives a little longer when love is given space. And the empty chair at table 6 still waits where he used to sit, while the morning sun spills through the glass, and another year quietly passes. New faces come, old faces go, that's how life unfolds. But every heart that learns his story carries a piece of him forward. Yeah, the empty chair at table 6 ain't empty after all. Every morning around 6:15, just off exit 22, there was an old brown hound watching every car roll through. Folks at Annie's truck stop left him biscuits now and then, but every sunrise he'd walk back to the shoulder once again. Nobody knew his story, only that he never missed a day. diesel. Said he used to have a man, a trucker named Joe Matthews, best driver in this land. One icy night 5 winters back, a jackknife stole Joe's life. The company hauled the truck away, but nobody took the dog. He just kept waiting. Every day at exit 22, he searched the headlights passing through. Every diesel engine made him stand, thinking, maybe that's my man. Some hearts don't know goodbye, they only know they're supposed to stay. That's the kind of love a dog gives away. One cold November afternoon, the snow began to fall. That old hound didn't leave his spot, not even once at all. So I walked across the shoulder, sat beside him in the white. He leaned against my Carhartt coat, like we'd been friends our whole lives. I whispered, he's not coming back. He looked up, like maybe he already knew. The next morning, his place was empty. No paw prints, no bark, just a worn leather collar lying beside the guardrail, covered by fresh snow. Now every time I pass exit 22, I still slow down out of habit. They built a little wooden sign there. It simply says, Joe's friend. No dates, no story, doesn't need one, because everyone around here already knows. Sometimes the purest love never speaks a single word. First time I saw him was a Friday in May, at a roadside market off Highway 61. She was buying wildflowers with dirt on her jeans, laughing like she didn't need anyone. A Tennessee sunset painted gold in her hair, while she loaded up an old Ford bed. And for reasons I still can't explain, I couldn't get her out of my head. She rented a little white house by the river, with a porch swing and a blue front door. Every Sunday she'd leave fresh wildflowers on the graves of folks she'd never known before. She said, everybody deserves to be remembered, even if nobody calls their name. That's when I knew my life was changing, and I'd never everywhere she went, in broken hearts and fences bent, in small town souls that needed light. She turned ordinary into bright, and somehow she found this worn out man, taught these rough old hands to hold again. Yeah, love grew where nobody thought it could. She left wildflowers where she stood. That October underneath the maple trees, I got down on one knee by the riverbank. The leaves were falling around us slow, and I could barely get the words out straight. She laughed and cried at the same time, said, boy, what took you so long? Then slipped her hand into mine, like that's where it'd been all along. She left wildflowers everywhere she went, in broken hearts and fences bent, in small town souls that needed light. She turned ordinary into pride, and somehow she found this worn out man, taught these rough old hands to hold again. Yeah, love grew where nobody thought it could. She left wildflowers where she stood. Now there's a little girl with her mama's smile, running barefoot through the yard, picking flowers by the riverside, leaving them in mason jars. And every time I see that scene, I thank the Lord above for the woman who showed me kindness could become the deepest kind of love. Yeah, she left wildflowers everywhere she went, in every dream and every blessing sent, in every sunset on the porch at night, in every reason my world feels right. When we're old and gray together, rocking slow beneath the evening sky, I'll still be falling for that girl with wildflowers in her eyes. Yeah, some people leave footprints in the dirt. She left wildflowers in my life. Friday hit hard at the lumber yard. Boss kept us late again. I walked out tired of sawdust stuck to my shirt and skin. She was leaning on my tailgate, hair tied up, keys in her hand. Said your phone's staying in the console tonight, I've already got a plan. She skipped the lights outside of Athens, turned where the blacktop narrowed down, past the peach stand closed for summer, past the last mailbox out of town. I said, girl, where are you taking me? She just laughed and shifted gears. Then that Georgia sky opened wide, and my whole week disappeared. She knows the back way out of everything, out of bad days, out reservations, no downtown lights, just her hand reaching over for mine. Yeah, when this whole world gets too damn loud, she knows the back way out. Back way out. We ended up beside the Oconee, blanket spread across the hood, gas station barbecue between us, never tasted half that good. Then rain came down without a warning, she kicked her sandals in the truck, started dancing in the headlights, said come on, you ain't made of sugar. She knows the back way out of everything, out of bad days, out of my own head, knows a little road where the pines lean in and the summer rain comes down instead. No reservations, no downtown lights, just her laughing while she's holding mine. Yeah, when this whole world gets too damn loud, she knows the back way out. Back way out. I used to think I needed more money, more miles, some bigger town. Now I know sometimes the life you want is one right turn when you're worn down, and a girl who knows exactly which road won't show up on your screen. Yeah, she knows the back way out of everything, turns a hard week into a memory. Windows down through the Georgia pines, her bare feet riding shotgun next to me. Let everybody else chase Friday night under neon signs and crowded skies. I've got a river, and nowhere else I need to be tonight. When this whole world gets too damn loud, she smiles and turns that old truck south. Yeah, she knows the back way out. There's a faded blue suit on the clothesline today, dancing in the Carolina breeze. Mama pinned it up at sunrise, right beside the bed sheets and the leaves. Most folks drive right past our farmhouse, never think twice what they see. But that old suit's got 40 years of family history. Daddy wore it when he married Mama in a church out by Miller Creek. Wore it when he held my sister, just a baby 3 weeks old and asleep. He wore it every Easter Sunday and every funeral in town. If somebody needed help or prayer, that blue suit showed up around. That's thread and seams. It's every promise that he kept, and every sacrifice unseen. Yeah, time may fade the color, and life may wear us thin, but the things that really matter are stitched beneath the skin. Last winter, we laid Daddy to rest. The church bell echoed through the pines. The pews were full of neighbors. Some drove for hours just to arrive. Afterward, Mama couldn't bear to lock that suit away. So every spring she hangs it out and lets the sunlight touch those days. That Sunday suit on the clothesline ain't just cotton thread and seams. It's every promise that he kept, and every sacrifice unseen. Yeah, time may fade the color, and life may wear us thin, but the things that really matter are stitched beneath the skin. Now my little boy asks questions. Why's that jacket hanging there? And I tell him, son, that's what love looks like when a good man spins it everywhere. That Sunday suit on the clothesline still sways beneath the southern sky, like a quiet kind of legacy that never really says goodbye. And every time the wind catches it, I can almost see him grin, 'cause the best parts of a father's life are stitched beneath our skin. Yeah, that old blue suit keeps teaching us, even now after he's been gone.